We've discussed in class how there's 3 different ways to write a number. You can write a number in standard form, which looks like this. You can write a number in word form, which looks like that. Or you could write a number in expanded form, which looks like this. Now let's take a look at this number at the top that's written in word form. We want to rewrite it in standard form. It says 40,216 thousandths. Well, first I hear 40,000, okay? 40,000. The next word I see is and. We know that when we hear the word and, that means that there is a decimal. After that, it's 216 thousandths. So I'm going to write 216, and the last number is in the thousandths place, which makes this number correct. It's 40,000 and 216 thousandths. The next number we have is 5,127,610 and 53 hundredths. I'm going to go ahead and underline the and. There's a whole lot of words there. So I know that everything that comes before the and is going to be part of the whole number. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of. We have 5 million, so 5,127,000. So 127,000. 610. So this number reads 5,127,610. That matches the words. Then we have the word and. When we see the word and, we know that means it's a decimal. After the word and, we have 53 hundredths. So I'm going to write 53, and the 3 ends in the hundredths place. So I know we have the correct number. It's 5,127,610 and 53 hundredths. Good job. Now pause the video and do number 3 on your own. 25,281 and 4 tenths. Write that number out on a sheet of paper by yourself. Now let's take a look at this number down below. This says rewrite this number in expanded form. It's a pretty big number. First, let's find our decimal. It's right here. So this part of the number is the whole number. This part of the number is part of a number. So let's start here. We have a 2 in the 10,000ths place. So that would look like this. 20,000. Then we have a 3 in the thousands place. So that would look like this. Then we have a 5 in the hundreds place. So you'd add 500. A 7 in the tens place. So that means we have 70. We need to add in 70. An 8 in the ones place. So we need to add in 8. Then, for here we have 5 tenths. So we need to write plus 5 tenths. Then we have a 5 in the hundredths place. To add in plus 5 hundredths. And a 6 in the thousandths place. So we need to add in 6 thousandths. If we add all of those numbers together, we would get 23,578 and 556 thousandths. Let's talk about comparing numbers. When we compare numbers that have decimals, we still need to make sure we line the numbers up, but we need to make sure we line the numbers up by the decimal point. So let's look at this first set. 75,200 compared to 72,907 tenths. Well, this first number does not have a decimal point. Second number does. But if we start with the largest place value from the left-hand side moving to the right, left-hand side moving to the right, we know that 5 is greater than 2. 75,000 is greater than 72,000. So we can go ahead and put the sign there. The alligator always wants to eat the bigger number. Let's look at the second number. 8,197 and 55 hundredths compared to 8,199 and 779 thousandths. First, let's line these two numbers up. We need to be sure that we line up the decimal. So we'll put my decimal. To the right of the decimal, I have 7, 7, 9. To the left, I have 9, 9, 1, 8. Now, when we compare decimals, we still start from the left. So, 8 and 8 are the same. 1 and 1 are the same. 9 and 9 are the same. We have 7 and 9. Well, 7 is less than 9. So we know that 8,197 and 55 hundredths is less than 8,199 and 79 thousandths. Let's try the next one. Here we have 11,250 compared to 11,250 and 15 hundredths. Let's line them up. Now my first number does not have a decimal, so I'm going to put it at the end next to the ones place where it would belong and just put a 0 because there's nothing there. So let's take a look. 1 and 1 are the same, 1 and 1 are the same, 2 and 2, 5 and 5, 0 and 0. Now this number doesn't have anything past the ones place. There's no decimal, there's no part, which is 0. The second number has 15 hundredths. So this number has a whole and a part, which means it's bigger or greater than 11,250. 11,250 is less than 11,250 and 15 hundredths. Let's look down below. This says, order this set of numbers from greatest to least. From greatest to least. So we need the biggest number on top. Well, here are our numbers. Let's line them up. I need to make sure I line them up by the decimal. So first, I have 6, 7, 1. Okay. The next number, put my decimal. On this side, I have 1. On this side, I have 7, 6, 4. Next number, line up the decimal. I have 7, 1, 6, 4. Last number, put my decimal. There's a 0, 7, 6, 4. All right. Now, when you line them up by the decimal, it makes it very easy to see which ones are bigger. The whole numbers we have 176, 1, 17, and 0. Well, if we're going from greatest to least, I know 176 is a lot bigger than 117 or 0. So I know that 176 would come first. The next largest number we have 1, 17, and 0. Now I know 1 is smaller than 17. 17 is bigger, so 17 would come next. We're left with 1 and 0. I know 1 is bigger than 0, so 1 comes next. And the last number is 0 and 764 thousandths. Once you line your numbers up, it's very easy to put them in order. There are the numbers from greatest to least. Let's take a look at this question. It says, Model 1 is shaded to represent 1 whole. Well, this here is Model 1. So this is 1 whole. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. And all 10 are shaded in. So it's 10 out of 10, which is equal to 1 whole. Then it says Model 2 is shaded to represent a fraction. Well, it looks like the shape above. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces, but only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them are shaded. So 7 out of 10 are shaded. We would read this fraction as 7/10, which would be the same as writing 7 in the tenths place. The question is, which decimal number is represented in Model 2? 1.7, 1 and 7/10. Well, that would mean we have one fully shaded, and then one that's only shaded 7/10. That's not right. Cross out A. B says 1 and 3/10. Well, we know that Model 2 doesn't fill a hole, so it can't be B because there's no hole to put in the ones place. C says 7/10. Well, we saw up here that we labeled Model 2 as 7/10 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 10 are shaded in. That looks like it's correct. Now let's check D. D says 3/10. Well, Model 2 has 3/10 that are not shaded in, but this says Model 2 is shaded to represent a fraction. So we're looking at the shaded pieces, which means we have 7 out of 10, which equals 7/10, making our answer C.